So most people think that the overhand shuffle is just a way to mix the cards. And if you're new to card magic, you might think that shuffling means giving up control over that deck. But the truth is, you could shuffle and secretly keep both your top stock and your bottom stock completely intact. Using the overhand shuffle, you can protect stacked tricks, you can keep a setup of cards in place, and you can move straight into a routine without breaking the flow. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to retain that top stock as well as the bottom stock during the overhand shuffle. And you can either use this for a walk-around type magic set, or you can use it in a sit-down set like we're doing here today. And also in this video, we're going to hopefully answer some common beginner questions you might have, as well as giving you a practice plan that you can use to follow to make this technique look effortless. Let's start off here. We're going to go with the 4 kings on the bottom of the deck. We got the 4 aces on the top of the deck. So I'm going to do a shuffle here in real time, show you guys what it looks like. And we're going to keep those 4 aces, or kings on the bottom here, and the 4 aces on top. So let me show you what it looks like here. Oop, almost made a mistake there. Okay, so we got our 4 kings on the bottom, and we have those 4 aces still on top. Okay, so that's what it looks like in real time. We're going to go through, we're going to break it down right now and show you how I'm able to do that. Okay, so the first part we're going to do is we're going to retain that top stock, those 4 aces. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in our normal rugger overhand shuffle, and all we're going to do is we're going to use our thumb to peel some cards down. Okay. And when I peel those cards down, I want to make sure that I get at least 4 cards. So here's our 4 aces, okay, and a few extra cards, okay. So the first part, again, like I said, was we're just going to come in, we're going to use our thumb just to peel off a grouping of cards. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to in-jog that next card. So you can see that in the side camera there. All it is, I in-jog the next card. We're just going to do an overhand shuffle for the rest of the cards. Keep in mind that these cards now that I put in the center there are mixed up. They're not kept in the same order, so that way, you know, it's not a false shuffle. It's just it's an actual real shuffle. And then we're going to have it so we have just a few cards left over plus those 4 kings. We're just going to throw it on top in what looks like a messed up pack here, but I did what's called an Outjog. So if you look at the cards here, I'm going to square them up here. We have 1 card, and I can show you that on the side camera here. We have 1 card that's in-jogged. So let's show you from this view, because that's what I would be using as 1 card that's in-jogged. And then the other ones on top are out-jogged. Okay, we did it as a grouping. So that way, when it's in here, I'm going to come in now. I'm going to push this card up as I pull with my thumb. So push up with the thumb as I push in. And when I come on this side here, my middle finger is going to be pushing up against this deck here. So that way I can keep it. And I just lost that in-jog. There we go. Okay, so that way I can keep it so I don't lose these cards here. So when I do that, I'm just going to pull these cards off, put them down, shuffle out these middle cards here. And these should be my aces here if I did it right. Yes. Okay. And I just throw those on top here. So now we still have the 4 kings on the bottom, and we have the 4 aces on top. Okay. So again, we're going to, I'm going to do it at a different angle here so that way you guys can maybe see it. We're going to take these cards, we're going to steal it off. Okay. We're going to do an in-jog of the next card. Shuffle off a bunch of them. I'm going to take my index finger, a little tip, index finger, put it on the front here. So that way we can just throw the cards right on top of it. Come in, push, slide, and pull. And then we're just going to come down until we get, and I just lost the cards. I think they're right there. Yes. Okay. So again, I'm just learning how to do these. So we got our 4 aces on top again. Okay. So let's do this a little bit faster. I'm going to talk to you as I'm doing this so that way I don't lose my rhythm. So all we're going to do is we're going to pull the top stock off, we'll in-jog, shuffle, throw on top, come in, push, Now when I push, I actually get a push in there, so that way I can get a thumb break in. Again, I'm just learning how to do these, this technique, and if you're doing it fast, you're doing it rhythmic, people are not going to see you do this type of stuff here. Now I just pulled off 2 cards instead of 1, which is fine because I can still come in and make it rhythmic there, so that way you guys don't see it. Again, we'll just pull off top stock, Injog, come through, make it rhythmic, throw in front, index fingers covering there. We're going to come in, shuffle it off, boom, and we still got those kings there, and we still got the aces there. And what we did is we did a couple different shuffles, and we still retained the order there. And hopefully it looked natural as we're going through. You know, if your top and your bottom cards that we're trying to control get mixed up into the deck, that means that you're probably doing it too fast, that you need to slow down. Make sure you get down each step really cleanly first before you go on to the next step. And what's going to happen is, the more you practice, the more this easier this is going to become. And, you know, so make sure you slow down, get the steps down right, so that way everything comes through exactly the way that you want it to do. You know, if you go too slow, and this is where practice comes in, but if you go too slow, you know, your audience might catch on that you're in-jogging that card or you're pulling a block of cards off. But what you could do is, you know, you do that, hey, start talking, you know, and come in, and you can do your technique and keep on talking, and you know, try not to flash bomb at the deck, but, you know, keep on talking, and that way everything will look natural, and people will hopefully not see, you know, what you're doing. Now it just looks like the card deck is really mixed up, but, you know, I have that set up, so these top cards are there. I have that split in the deck there, and you guys can't see it unless I go like this, you know, but you can't see that deck split up there. And all we're going to do is just make it through. It looked very random. We still got those kings. We still got those aces on top. So the practice routine we're talking about is to start with the 4 cards on top and the 4 cards on the bottom. So we got the 4 kings on the bottom. We got the 4 aces on the top. And you know, so make sure that you can keep them in those areas. We're going to practice each step, step by step, so it's perfect. Again, first step is pulling a grouping of cards off. That's all we're going to do, is we're just going to go through and practice pulling those cards off. And, you know, we've gone through this card magic journey step by step so far, so most of these techniques are stuff that you've learned in the past, so we're just starting to put these techniques together now into techniques. So pull off a grouping of cards. Next step would be to in-jog or run 1 card. So that's the same thing as what we did in the beginning of our series here. We just pulled off some top stock, and we're running a card, but we're doing it, instead of running a card, we're in-jogging that card in the process. Now the rest of our technique here is going to be just shuffling the part of the deck off till we have, you know, 6 to 8 cards left, 6 to 10 cards left again. And then I'm going to take my index finger, I'm going to put it on top of the deck. I'm just going to throw the cards on top as an outjogged position. Now, if you look at it from your point of view, they just look jumbled up. But if you look at it from the side point of view, you can see that in-jog card and the out-jog cards. But from the audience's perspective, it doesn't look like much. So now when I come in, I'm just going to take my middle finger and throw it underneath the card. And you can even use your index finger here to pull those cards up if they get too close. So I'm just coming in, putting it to my finger in there, taking my thumb and pushing up on that other card here so we can get that thumb break, okay? And from the front here, it doesn't look like much because that push up, I'm actually pulling off right away so you don't see it. And then here, you know, I have a pretty big break in the cards, but if you're doing it fast enough, you're not going to see that break. And then, you know, after we did that, so we're going to pull it off. We're going to in-jog, that's a step. Shuffle off, that's a step. Coming in, out jogging, that's a step. Pull and pull here is a step. Again, that thumb break is a step. Boom, boom. boom, and then boom. So that way, that is all different steps. And I almost messed that up there, but I was able to see. And that's one of the things that you could do too is, you try not to watch the shuffle and do it, so you're not, I'm going to do it right now quick so that way you don't see. I'm not looking at that shuffle, and we're going to show you that we still can get it here. But sometimes if you do glance down, you might see where that break was, and you might, be able to catch any messes that you might have had. So here's our kings, and here's our aces. Gradually, you can increase that speed. You can increase the number of cards that are at the top or the bottom stocks that you do. Mix in natural pauses while you're doing that. So, like I said, we're talking here. Hey, you might want to look over there, so that way I can Injog that card. You don't even see me doing it. So that's just a little stupid little spiel there. And add some pauses in. You could talk. I'm still here. I still got the cards set up here. So we're going to come in, we're going to, keep on talking here. I'll shuffle off like it looks like we're not doing anything here. And I kind of broke everything down into stages as we're going through, and we still got the kings there. We still got the aces there. Okay, so that's how you are able to keep those top stocks and the bottom stocks during the overhand shuffle. And you can do that without anybody suspecting anything. Make sure you click on that link right there, and that's going to bring you to other videos that show overhand shuffle sleight of hands that I've taught along the way. My name is Joe. This is my card magic journey. Let's make it yours too.